2. Mavs go into LA and absolutely run the Clippers off the court. Absolutely destroy them. The final score is 123-93. The Mavs took them by 30 points on their own home court. A game after the Clippers shot 62% from 3 on our home court, on the floor of the AAC, the floor of the house that Dirk built. After shooting 62%, they shoot under 26% the very next game. Almost as if that wasn't sustainable. Almost as if that was a mirage. A game after Paul George and James Harden dominate and crush our souls, they don't show up in Game 5. They just simply do the thing that they do, where they don't show up. You know who showed up? The Dallas freaking Mavericks. That's who showed up. They showed up from the jump. They showed up being aggressive. They showed up playing as a team. You know what else they played? Defense. Defense. They played that D. They showed the Clippers that D, baby. No, did he? The Mavericks' identity is a defensive team, and they have played really good defense in at least 3 out of the 5 games in this series. It's maybe even questionable how good the D was in the last game. The Clippers were just so unbelievably hot. But Luka came out and had a different strategy. He wasn't content to shoot 15 threes tonight. He took it into the paint. He was probing. He was aggressive. He had, I don't know if you noticed this, he had like 0 burst. He wasn't going to get by you with any speed. Now, speed's not Luka's normal strong suit to begin with, but he had even less burst tonight. He was looking very methodical, and I'm talking about a methodical player. Let's go ahead and turn this cap around, right? The lucky cap for tonight. Got to carry this into Game 6, the wrap out, the closeout game, right? Everybody going to wear black for the closeout game. Luka came in looking for his teammates, not trying to force a ton of just junky looks, hoping to shoot himself into being hot. He was playing the mid-range game. Now, he still got up a bunch of threes. We'll see that in a second. But he just looked like a more composed player. A player that knew, hey, I'm not going to be able to pull off what I normally pull off. I will have to adjust my game, which it didn't really seem in the first 4 games as if he was thinking that he needed to adjust his own game. Tonight, he came in and clearly had a different game plan. He clearly wasn't settling for the step-aside 3. What's up, William? Let's go! I got to get to bed too soon, man. Enjoy the Z's. So much easier to get to sleep after a Mavs big W, right? Have a good one. You earned the sleep tonight, William. Have a good one, man. Go Mavs. But listen, Luka was just... He wasn't electrifying like he can be. Now, he had a couple sweet threes and nice plays in the second half especially, but he was just steady. Steady in a way that he hadn't been as steady. Like, he just looked much more like Luka, yet a little slower, right? Tonight, he kind of looked like I imagine Luka will look when he's like 35, if Luka plays that long, right? He just kind of looked like past his prime Luka instead of just entering his prime Luka. And as I've been saying on Twitter X, whoever will listen to me say it, I've been saying, like, look, our MVP is going to show up. He's going to have a Luka game. And while this wasn't a 40-point triple-double or something crazy like that, this was Luka controlling the game in a way that very few players can. And he did it on 1.5 legs. 1.5 legs is what Luka played on in this game. Now, that terrifies me moving forward. But to beat the Clippers, I think he's got enough, right? I think he's got enough in his wheelhouse and in his bag of tricks. And so let's go ahead and just jump. Let's just go ahead and jump into the box because the box is fun, right? Let's jump into some of the overall stats. 123-93. Mavs shot 54% from the field. while still only shooting 36% from three. This formula, these shooting kind of numbers, is what they were doing to close out the regular season. Do y'all remember that? They weren't shooting great from three, but they always had a really high field goal percentage, even though they were shooting about 35, 36% from three. And that's exactly what they did tonight. 54% from the field and only 36% from three, while the Clippers just did not show up. Now, a lot of that is due to the Mavs' incredible defense, right? A lot of that is due to the Mavs' credit. You tip your cap to the Mavs' stifling, suffocating defense with Derrick Jones Jr. and PJ Washington out there, D-Live out there, everyone playing D, right? Everyone playing D. But some of that is just the Clippers missing shots, too. Let's rah-rah our boys on, right? But let's also acknowledge the Clippers were missing a lot of shots that they will make a lot of nights. But tonight was not one of those nights. Shot 75% from free throw. Heck, I'll take that from this team. 8 turnovers. Yes! Yes! Get back to that low turnover count. Get back to that low turnover count, Mavs. Only 8 turnovers. I think they had like 18 or 19 or something like that in the last game. Only 8 turnovers tonight to the 13 of the Clippers. 13's not bad. 8 is phenomenal. We kept the rebound battle close, 40-45. Clippers take it. The assist battle, we won by just a truckload. That's awesome. Blocks, look at that. 6-0. 6-0. Defensive rebounds was tied, so they beat us on the O boards. There we go. Points off of turnovers. Heck yes. Get out and run, Mavs. Get out and run. Those old legs of the Clippers are not going to run with you. If you can pick up the pace, the Clippers will fall back. They will fall back. Points off of turnovers. Look at that. 21-7. Heck yeah. Points in the paint. Mavs dominate by 10. Fast break points. 15-12. Second chance points. Pretty close there. 11-9. And steals. But let's jump in and see Mr. Luka Doncic. Here he is. Oh, gosh. 35 points, 7 rebounds, 10 assists on only 2 turnovers. 2 of 8 from 3, but 14 of 26 from the field. So if you take out those 8 three-pointers, he was 14 for 18 on non-three-pointers. 14 for 18 on those non-three-point shots. So he had it cooking inside the arc, but not so much outside the arc. Those 2 threes were nice to see go down, weren't they? It sure was nice. Sure was nice. Hit all 5 of his free throws. That's beautiful. Like we said, 7 rebounds. I would have guessed he had 9 or 11, somewhere in that range. It seemed like he grabbed a whole bunch of those. I bet a whole lot of those were in the first half. 10 assists to only 2 turnovers, a plus 28 on the night. Just a really great control game. You want to say who we're going to talk about next? Kyrie? No. Maxey! This was the Maxey Kleber game. 5 for 7 from 3. 15 points. You know Maxey's never going to grab any rebounds. 15 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and that's it. But all those sweet, sweet three-pointers in the first half and the third quarter. Oh yeah. They were just sweet. Like the sweetest dessert you ever had. Like that sweet pie or cobbler or cake that your granny used to make, right? Oh, just finger licking good from Maxey Kleber tonight. This was the Maxey Kleber game. He's always going to play. If he's healthy, he's always going to play great D. He's always going to stifle. He's always going to switch. He's always going to move those feet. He's always going to be a really nice help side defender. We know this. But when that 3 is falling, he is such a priceless player. He is so, so valuable when the 3 is falling. Now, can we expect this? Not very often. Not very often. But maybe he's finding a groove, right? Maybe he's hit a few threes before tonight. Now, tonight was the dam was breaking, right? But man, tonight, Maxey Kleber carried throughout portions of the game. Oh my gosh, the Maxey Kleber game. The Maxey Kleber game, guys. Heck yes. Who else are we going to talk about? Kyrie Irving. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Oh, he must have stunk it up. No. Kyrie was composed. He was effective. He made some electric, kind of like soul-crushing plays on some steals and some breakaway layups. He had that one layup that was just mind-boggling as he put the ball behind his back and finished with his left hand off the glass and one. Just incredible stuff. Not a high-scoring game. He needs to pick it back up. We know he can, right? He went for the big numbers in the previous games. We know he can pick it back up, but he was so helpful tonight. So helpful. Only 1 for 7 from 3, 6 of 14 from the field. So he made what? All but one of his 2-point field goals? That feels about right. Yeah. Kyrie, really, really nice. Couldn't hit the shot from 3 tonight, but was still a very positive play. Oh, look, a plus 35 on the night was Kyrie in his minutes. Who are we going to talk about next? We'll talk about Paul George, playoff P, please. Please. We can talk about James Harden, who's been crushing us all series. Please. Please. Who are we talking about next? The young GOAT. My starting center. The young Derek Lively II, who always outperforms his numbers. 12, 7, and 1 with a block in there, plus 24 on the night. Hit all 5 of his field goals. Oh, look at that little 2 for 2 there from the free throw line. But you know, in 24 minutes he does all this, but you know where his main impact is on the other end. He just makes it to where you don't want to attack the cup. Now, Zubac did body him once, and he had a really horrible defensive play where he gave Zubac the baseline, and that did not go well for him at all. But man, he is such a preternatural defensive player. He does it naturally, and then he's got the IQ to boot. Like, I know we're in the playoffs. Is it wrong that I can't help thinking about what the future D-Live will be like? Because I do. I think about, man, this guy is going to be a dominating defensive backline presence. I'm not sure he's ever going to be a defensive player of the year type candidate, not with Wembanyama in the league, and still Jaren Jackson is young, and we got all these other just incredible defensive players. But man, he is going to be such an incredible defensive player. I saw my buddy Reese Conkle out there tweeting that he's going to make an all-star game. I don't know that I got that up there, especially with how great the young bigs are in the West, with Chet and Wemby out there going to be clearly leading the way for the foreseeable future for the young studs coming up. But man, D-Live is going to be on that next echelon, I bet. Those guys who are like, is he an all-star? Is he an all-star replacement? Like that type of guy. Man, contests so many shots. Makes so many shots have to be altered and changed and ultimately missed because of his length and his aggression. I love watching this young guy play. I love watching him play. This has not been Gafford's series. I think against the Thunder, if the Mavs can take the Clippers out, and I think they will, I think Gafford will be much more productive against the Thunder. But D-Live is showing you who the better defensive player is. He really is. He's showing you who the more valuable center is right now. Who else should we shout out tonight? How about Derek Jones Jr.? In 29 minutes, 5 for 7 from the field, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 first-half blocks. 3 first-half blocks for Derek Jones Jr. Woo! DJJ had himself a game. But you know, once again, just like D-Live, where he impacts the game the most is at the other end of the floor. That defensive end where he is suffocating Paul George or slowing down James Harden. He plays such all-out, balls-to-the-wall defense. You gotta love him. You gotta love Derek Jones Jr. Now let's look at those sorry old Clippers. What'd they do tonight? Well, Zubac gave you 25 minutes, 15.6 rebounds. Paul George in 32 minutes, 15 points, 11 rebounds. Terrence Mann in 31 minutes, 11.7 rebounds. James Harden, 32 minutes, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Norman Powell, 14 points. They did not show up on their own home floor. They did not show up. Woo! So I asked you guys, I said, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? Let's see what you guys had to say. Oh, let's maybe shrink myself down here a little bit. What did you guys have to say here? All right. I like this little tune. Sounds like a late 90s video game or something silly like that. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Let's check out what you guys are saying. Here we go. KG, my man, what's up? I feel good. Heck to the yes. Akel Rose, what a statement win. Shows that if we play defense, we will win every game. Definitely most games. If we play defense like that tonight, yeah, we're going to win a whole truckload of games like we closed out the season, even against really, really good teams, Akel. That's right. Jay says, a confident Luka paired with Kyrie and these role players is a top contender. Philip says, when the Mavs are engaged, the Clippers don't stand a chance. That's right. We are the better team. It's clear, right? We are the better team. Need to close it out on home on Friday. Everybody wear your black. Black. Everything. You're going to a funeral. Kevin, get Kyrie going early. That's what happened today. Yeah, he was really aggressive in that first half. Only ended up with 14 points, but he was engaged and making impact and breaking the Clippers down all night. Sausage Fangas, the 2 turnovers in the fourth. PJ brought the ball up the court and lost it, and then DJ tried to bring it up. Yeah, I didn't understand that either. I didn't know why they were. I guess they were trying to give Luka a break and just bringing the ball up. But yeah, those guys are under pressure. You don't want them ball handling, or at least bringing the ball up. What's up, Michael? Michael says, like I want to watching Hot Fuzz or Kung Fu Hustle. Like I want to watch Hot Fuzz or Kung Fu Hustle. Okay. Those are fun movies. I've seen. Kung Fu Hustle. I haven't thought of that in a long time. Christian says, Clippers really are 3-point merchants until proven otherwise. If you shut them down, they got nothing else for you. If Zubac isn't going to go crazy, what are they going to do? Joaquin says, similar vibes from that famous Game 7 in Phoenix a couple years ago. A very similar outcome. Yeah, we blew him off the floor. That's right. We just needed a moment of Luka kind of smiling at the side, giving someone the side eye. Job not finished, though. Got to close this series out on Friday. That's right. Yes, and we will. And we will. Luka MVP. Derek Lively is possibly already the best center in Mavs history. Got to think about that. I would say no. But I like where your head is at. The young GOAT just turned 20. Dwight, I knew we could do it. Heck yes, Dwight. You did believe. That's right. Wolf Face. NCOB Jug. Series could have been over, but great win. Yeah, it could have been over. If we'd have gotten a little more from Luka in those earlier games, it could have been over. If they didn't shoot 62% in the last game, it would have been over, right, tonight. But woulda, coulda, shoulda, man. I'm just happy with the win, right? Great win. That's right, yeah. Peace and tranquility. Yes, after that win, you're feeling nice. CJK, close it out in 6. Heck yeah. Big toaster dog. I need to go pee. Were you holding it? Until that final buzzer sounded? Smiley Faces Hippo says, Hardy is a professional scorer. Yeah, especially against scrubs, right? Definitely. Kev's MFFL says, oh, Clippers to Cancun. I like the edit. And then you got Playoff P stunting. No, he didn't show up in the next game. NJ, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. NJ says, Mavs in 6. LFG. Nerd says, so happy. Yes, absolutely. Dante Exum, #1 fan. Still need to find a Dante Exum game, right? Boy, he'd make such a huge difference in these series, in these games. Absolutely. Kick their butt. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly right. Exactly right, guys. Woo! Woo! It felt good. Hey, I haven't checked the let's see here. What's going on? Oh yeah, that's right. I did know that. The Clippers just absolutely dismissed the Heat. Guys, it is okay to feel good. It is okay to celebrate. It is okay to cheer. It is okay to feel awesome. It is great. We should all be cheering with a little bit of let's go, Matt. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go!